Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hot. What's the thing on TikTok? Wait, Rolls Royce pull up. Okay, let me just allow it. Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother, cause my father is a pull out. I'm sorry. I know what he said. I'm just not gonna. Anyway, allow it. Welcome to Pell Reviews. I'm Pell, and today we're reviewing Call Me If You Lost. We're reviewing Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator. Tyler is an artist who I think it goes without saying his cultural impact is pretty wild. Especially since from 2016 to now, we really saw him ascend into a literal icon. And so it's not surprising that when he dropped this project on the 25th of June, he damn near broke the internet. That Friday was a very busy Friday for me and I couldn't listen. And the FOMO was felt because everyone was posting about this thing. So I was really gassed and I finally got to listen to it. And for me, it's felt very much like a continuation of Scumfuck Flower Boy. Personally, Ego was great and it was dope and it deserved all the praise and all the awards and everything that he got from it. And I think it was also just great for his career. But Flower Boy remains the most impactful project for me in my personal life. And it also felt a lot more vulnerable. Obviously, this was the album that he basically explicitly came out to all of us on. My point is, this project, everything from themes to the way he narrates certain stories on some of the songs in here to the sound of it, really was very reminiscent of Tyler, the Creator's Scumfuck Flower Boy. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So artwork wise, as you can see, this is the artwork behind me. It says Tyler Baudelaire. It just looks like a travel document. This is very important because this whole project is just about getting lost. It's about going somewhere off in the world, wherever, be it on a boat, be it on a bicycle, be it on a yacht, be it in Dubai with a thong, be it it's just about traveling. This was a very big theme as well in Scumfuck Flower Boy. There's a song, I think, there's several songs. There's one song where it starts and he's listening to the radio. Hi, you're listening to Golf Radio. There's another song where it ends with I think the engine revving and starting and you can hear that. There's another song where he talks about he just wants to go out and drive and go off somewhere with somebody that he loves or whatever. We know from Tyler's history that cars and travel and moving is very much something that he loves. But I think there's also it's something deeper there. I just don't like reaching as well when I try to dissect these things. I don't like to sit there and get into the nitty-gritties and psychoanalyze. Do you know how many times I open Genius Annotations and I'm y'all are on some bullshit, y'all are actually capping right now. Be serious, please. This is objectively wrong. This is your interpretation, your opinion is incorrect. This is not true. So I don't want to be sitting here on some so Tyler made this when he did this and then this and then this. But there is a narrative here that he follows, and Tyler, the Creator, is a very deep person, so of course it doesn't hurt to try and delve into a bit of that depth sometimes. So I'm not mad at that part. There's the one song where he says his passport is the most important thing to him. His passport is the most important thing to him. The album cover, the artwork is an image that looks like something you would see in a passport or an ID document or whatever. It looks like something that is an official traveling document. It's a window into what you're gonna be experiencing as the project ensues and as you start to listen. Also, I think the title of the project as Call Me If You Get Lost is significant and again relates to Flower Boy because call me sometime. I 100% think there's a link there. I don't care if y'all think I'm reaching. I think there's a reach there. I think there's a link there. And so this project being called Call Me If You Get Lost, 911, and one of the major themes of Flower Boy is just being him on this journey in this car, throughout the story. Guys, there's these two projects are so closely intertwined, and I really like that because in as much as I loved Ego, I really liked Ego, but didn't speak to me personally on a personal level. So in 2010, Tyler tweets, I would love to do a collaboration. I'll put the tweet up, of course, you'll see. Gangsta Grills being the movement, the series of mixtapes, the Gangsta Grills being DJ Drama's baby. Okay.
Earlier this year, January 16th, you know, the RIAA and, you know, the Popo came to my doorstep with M16s, Cobra unit vests on, you know, threw us on the ground and told us we're under arrest for bootlegging and racketeering. You know, they raided my studios. They pretty much took everything. They took my hard drives for my album. They took our vehicles. They froze my bank accounts. They took all my mixtapes. They took everything. And then they ran around my studio and asked all my employees where the guns and the drugs were. If you tell us where the guns and the drugs are right now, you know, we'll go easy on you. I didn't have no guns and no drugs, just music, my music that artists and labels, you know, come to me in support of them to do. So, you know, it was a bugged out situation, man. You know, a movement was started after that, and as sad it is, as it affected the mixtape game, you know, it was bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It was the independent verse, you know, the major. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it became a global topic of conversation because here I am. You know what I mean? Here these people are like, you know, supplying me with music, and you know, these labels are paying me to do this thing, and then, you know, they come and raid me for the same reason that they, you know, thanked me on the other end. So, you know, there's a lot of irony involved, and I look at it like the record labels, you know, cut their noses despite their fake.
DJ Rob himself is an icon, is a pioneer. This man's impact in the hip-hop industry and the way that we listen to music today, the distribution of music through mixtape. Back then, it was damn near impossible for you to be a legitimate rapper without you having a DJ. Like, you needed your shit on a tape, and that's what DJs were for, amongst other things. DJ Drama also hosts on tapes. All that shouting you hear in this part, but that's him hosting. My introduction to DJ Drama, maybe I'll be dragged for this, but my introduction to DJ Drama, my first encounter with him, was on the Neighborhood's Black and White project. That was the first band. It was very much in my rock band phase of life. That was the first band to ever release a mixtape. And DJ Drama is on there. DJ Cannon is on there. Gangsta, gangsta! Like, one thing that is super significant about Drama, amongst many other things, is that he tells stories even in his shouting on songs. It's not just like superfluous. It's incredible. DJ Drama is a very impactful artist when it comes to the world of mixtapes, when it comes to the world of hip-hop. So yeah, I feel like Drama's presence on this project is also very significant because Tyler the Creator has a very like fraught relationship with hip-hop.
It sucks that whenever we, and I mean guys that look like me, do anything that's genre bending or that's anything, they always put it in a rap or urban category, which is, and I don't like that. I don't want my name to be mentioned next to other rappers at all.
It's not a thing of him denying and saying he hates hip-hop and I don't like hip-hop music and ew. It's just like, I'm such a complex artist. If you listen to any song by Tyler the Creator, one song, you will see that he pulls from like a million genres. The idea of genre itself for me in 2021 is so like, because how many artists are we gonna call genre bending? Like, let's just begin to remove ourselves from the idea of constraining an artist to a single like sound. Can we do that, please? This project felt very much like Tyler saying, hey, look, me, I love hip-hop, okay? I'm not saying I don't like hip-hop and what. I love hip-hop and I can do hip-hop. And he went on to do it. On the first song, Sabotalia, he samples West Side Gun, Michael Irvin. Another song, I think Manifesto, he samples a song by Nas. Another song, he samples 2 Cups of Blood by Gravediggers, 1994. Like, he's sampling rap music. Do you understand? Like, he's sampling boom bap, old school rap, which is really cool to see because this is someone who has so many times been in the line of fire regarding what even are you. Regardless of this being like an explicit nod to hip-hop music, there's a hell of a lot of range in this project. Now let's get into the visuals of this project. I think they are amazing. I think I might be jumping the gun a little bit with this because I am certain, guys, I'm almost 100% sure that he's going to be dropping a visual for each song and then some, because there's visuals that we got for this that aren't even like songs on the project. For example, Brown Sugar Salmon, there is 100% a narrative in the visual progression. But there's like literally like the video for What's Your Name, okay? That video I think starts at the end of the story, and then the rest, as we watch this, we sort of watching him fall in love with this girl, and like he like obsessed with it, and he, how you gonna pick me up with you look malnourished? Huh? The pickup line, you look malnourished. That's how you're gonna pick me up? That's how you're gonna flirt with me? So tell me I look. Let's get some bread and some eggs and put syrup all over it. That's literally, he's like, I'm just like, not you telling me to have to eat some bread as your, this is how you are approaching me. You want me to be attracted to you. I literally died, dog. I collapsed. So the video basically starts off with him in a car talking about he's just driving, he's trying to go somewhere. Essentially he's trying to go somewhere, but his friend advised him to stop at this one place where they sell like amazing brioche.
Looking for this brioche my boy told me about.
And then he gets there and he sees this girl, and the first thing he says, she's carrying a croissant, and the first thing he says to her is, "Oh, you look malnourished." So first of all, he's chasing the bread, driving to this place. He gets there and he's chasing a girl who's carrying bread. I'm just gonna say that this nigga's about his bread, okay? The thing about him money. Anyway, then we move on, and like as the videos proceed, like not all the videos are set like that, but there is definitely that narrative there. And the as you watch the videos as well, there's a bit of a journey that you're following, and I think it ties in with the theme of travel that I talked about earlier, and like him being lost and just like trying to go anywhere. Guys, I'm having such a bad hair day. The visual for Lumberjack is him in this house sort of preparing for a trip he talks about, and I really need you guys to watch it, but he's like laying on this bed planning his trip.
The plan was to sled in Bryan Head, Utah, chase him dead, drop vanilla.
As you watch the videos and the visuals for this project, you are taken on this trip with him. The visual for Brown Sugar Salmon, like I said, it's not in the actual project, but the visual for that is him literally sitting in a train. Also reminded me a lot of like Wes Anderson's Grand Budapest Hotel train scene, but also just like the color grading and the way that it looks aesthetically. Tyler himself talks about how like when he dies or whatever, he doesn't want to be looked at as a rapper.
I want to do films. I want people mention my name. I'm next to Wes Anderson or Quentin Tarantino.
You are seeing the influence. If he mentions Wes Anderson, you see that influence in these projects, in these videos. He definitely has an affinity for the mundane in general, and like I think it comes through in the videos, and he really takes it and like adds like this vulgar, crude even twist to it. There's also a thread that goes through each video. For instance, in What's Your Name, we see these two boys on riding their bicycles past them in the back. Those boys show up again in the Corso video, and they are the premise of the video, where the video starts with them being lost.
We got time, but where are we? Where are we right now?
You would also assume that the boy who's talking is like a younger version of Tyler, the Creator, because he sounds like Tyler, the Creator. Apparently that kid is played by his cousin or his nephew. This is what I saw in YouTube comments. This could definitely be cap as well, because people be reaching, like I said. But like this boy deadass looks like Tyler, the Creator, bro. Like, I'm not capping. So there's definitely like a thread. They're on a bicycle. They're on a journey. Guys, come on, come on, come on. Or Juggernaut, where he's on the tractor and he's like tiny and the tractor's huge, and then next thing we know, it's him pulling the tractor and he's reciting Lil Uzi's line, then he's reciting Skateboard P/Pharrell Williams lines. It's just like, damn, this is really, 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 really cool. We saw his performance at the BETs of Lumberjack. Like, man, come on. This guy. Collaboratively, I've already spoken about the significance of DJ Drama on this project, but outside of that, the people he collaborates with are oftentimes people who he's collaborated with before. You can tell that he has like strong relationships with some of these people. Lil Wayne, Domo Genesis on here was interesting because Domo Genesis is from his Odd Future days, so it's a bit of a nod to that, even though I hated Manifesto as a song. And I think in Manifesto he talks about a lot of the stuff that happened during his Odd Future days, so having Domo Genesis on there was very fitting. So we have 42 Dugg on there, we have Tizo Touchdown, who I thoroughly know. 42 Dugg and Tizo Touchdown, I think, were my favorite features on this project. Then we had the likes of Brent Fayez and like Ty Dolla $ign, who obviously come in clutch with the R&B sound, bro. When Tyler, the Creator, sits down and says, okay, I'm about to do an R&B song, you're finna cry. You'll be crying by the end of the song, I promise you. I promise you all your money back. I promise you I'll be hit by lightning right now. And so it was really cool to have Brent Fayez on there. We also heard them together on Gravity a couple months ago. So I just love this collaboration between the two of them, and I think it's kind of great. We hear Frank Ocean speaking at the end of Lemonhead, which is cool because they always collaborate from a long time ago. Then we also have features from the likes of Lil Uzi Vert and Pharrell Williams. We saw Lil Uzi Vert and Igor. We know Pharrell Williams and Tyler, the Creator, is like, relationship is wild. I think most of these features could have been predicted, which is cool. I'm not mad at that. And then the likes of Tizo Touchdown and 42 Dugg were like refreshing. Oh, and Fana Hughes. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That was her voice. Tyler, the Creator, has this thing where he really brings out the best, I think, whenever he collaborates with people. When you hear Lil Wayne's verse on Hot Wind Blows also this Hot Wind. How does it go again? Yo. It's the elevator music and Lil Wayne going in on this beat, bro. No. Yeah. Wheezy F baby, and the F is for finisher. He finished. Remember the Lil Wayne fan, guys. Remember Lil Wayne fan, but he finished on the song. I was like, what? And the way he changes his flow on this beat, this elevator music ass beat. Yeah, so Lil Wayne for me was one of the most standout features on this project. I really enjoyed his contribution to it. I enjoyed Lil Uzi Vert's verse on Juggernaut, NBA what young NBA. Pathetic. NBA young boy. You're lying. You're actually lying. Ty Dolla Sign's vocals. No. Ty Dolla Sign's vocals. Backing vocals on the song. You're lying. What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name? Well, yeah, so NBA young boy, Ty Dolla Sign, and what's your name? Worked it. Ty Dolla Sign's accompanying vocal. Ooh, ay man, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, actually leave now. I'm running like a politician. I'm running like water on dirty dishes. I'm running. Trust it. Tizo touchdown, held it down. Tizo touchdown, held it down. Like I said already, Lynn has before, every single feature on this project is amazing. Every single feature on this project adds a value. So Call Me If You Get Lost as an ensemble is interesting because which is typical of Tyler, but like there's lots of like incredible transitions throughout the project. There's lots of beat switches in many of the songs. At the very start of the project, a lot of the songs are like 1 minute long, super short, or like 2 minutes. Each song is very short. And so I think it takes that whole 16 track that you see, which might be perceived as a bit of a long project, but because the songs are so short, it makes it a 52-minute project and therefore not so hectic a listen. Although like the first couple songs are like under 2 minutes maybe. Definitely all of them are under 3 minutes. There's the one song which is like 9 minutes long, but that's 2 songs in one. Regardless, the whole project is cute, neatly and tightly packed into a beautiful, less than an hour listening experience. Transition wise, every song like sort of flows into the next song. There's lots of beat switches in the song as well. So I think if you're listening with your eyes closed and not really like following the track list, you're just like on this journey where you're not really understanding, like not necessarily not really understanding, but you don't know where one song starts and where one song finishes. Some of the songs are like 2 songs in one, and then you'll have 3 songs that are like one whole song. It's so cool. I think one of my favorite transitions, again, I hope I don't get flagged, but the transition sits at the end of Mama Talk and at the beginning of, it's so incredible, at the beginning of Rise. Mama Talk is basically his mom just like chatting bare fucking shit, just out there like, hey, look, my son Tyler, me, I love Tyler. Me, I'll do anything for Tyler. Me, I'll beat. Me, I'll fetch you, bruh. I've fetched teachers, I've fetched mothers, I've fetched children. I'll fetch you and I'll beat you if you come for my son Tyler the Great. That is what the mom is basically talking about in the song. And at the end of the song, she's talking about, I think she says something like she was beating the child. Yeah, and then ta, which sounds like literally like a whip cracking dog. That thing makes the opening beat to the next song called Rise. That for me is my favorite transition on the whole project. It's a little bit violent and maybe it's problematic for me to have enjoyed that as much as I did, but I did. She crying. Shut your ass up. But also, when you hear what Rise is about, Rise is basically a beef. It's a diss track. It's literally a diss track to supposedly ASAP Nast. Yeah, just listen to it and you'll hear what happens. Me, I don't really follow rap beefs, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain that shit to you. But basically it's a diss track. The song is preempted by his mom talking about how she comes for anyone who comes for her son. Then the next song is her son coming for anyone who is coming for him, starting by his mom explaining how she finna beat shut your ass up, shut your ass. Oh no, man, no, you're playing. You're actually playing, bro. So the music and the songs and the transitions are all super cool, but you can tell it's a bit of depth there as well, and very like well thought out and planned out. As much as that was my favorite transition, my favorite beat switch has to be on Sweet versus I Thought You Guys. My hair. My favorite beat switch has to be on Sweet slash I Thought You Wanted to Dance. That I think is currently my favorite song on the project. My favorite song changes also every day, but I love the way Sweet starts because it's just a classic like R&B soul sounding song. Brent Faiyaz does a little vocal thing and he, oh my god, yeah, you know, whoa, yeah, like in Hannah Montana. And then the beat switches to I Thought You Wanted to Dance, and it like goes full on like reggae. And then Fana Hughes's like verse where she's singing towards the end of the song is incredible because it feels very much like she's telling the so, yo, this part's gonna be deep. Hold on. One of the songs on this project, which is like super him, just like storytelling and like talking about this heartbreak and this like relationship. He's like narrating this incredible story. He's so good at doing that. Like his storytelling is amazing in every sense. It's one of my favorite things about Tyler the Creator is that his storytelling aesthetically is incredible. His storytelling sonically, using beats and like instrumentation is amazing. And then his storytelling verbally, like telling stories, is amazing as well. And when you listen to Will Share, which is towards the end, I think it's the second last song on the project, he's basically narrating this thing, the story, about just like him falling in love with somebody, but that person being having a man, and the man of that person being Tyler's friend, and you just sort of see him like fight this like attraction that he has for this person. And it's wild because like you see at first he's like, oh, but that's my homie, I don't want to hurt him. At some point he's like, I don't give a fuck, me, I love you. Next moment, I don't want my homie. There's this like jostle that he's having there. It's so interesting. Basically Tyler's like, yeah, now he's ready to fight. The husband, the boyfriend, whoever is ready to fight. This is a love triangle, but this girl just wants peace. Then you listen to Fana Hughes's verse, which I know is before Willshare, but I definitely think it speaks to that. It's like a bit of like her perspective on the whole story. It sounds like the perspective of the third person in the love triangle. And Fana Hughes talks about like, oh, like I just need you guys to like get along. It's beautiful, and I definitely think there's a link between that song and this song, and it's another reason why this project reminded me so much of Flower Boy, because I felt a lot of these vulnerabilities, these but specific vulnerabilities when it came to love and stuff in Flower Boy. I love it when Tyler gets vulnerable, and he was very vulnerable on Willshare. And Fana Hughes on I Thought You Wanted to Dance towards the end, think her verse and the way that she sings is very much indicative of that situation and possibly the perspective of the third person in the triangle, but I might be reaching. So I think this might be the final thing that I have to say about this project. My favorite songs. I'm gonna go with a top 7 because I really can't narrow this down to 5. This is in no particular order, but also my favorite songs really change a lot. I said this in my previous video when I was doing J. Cole. I literally said that, like, bro, sometimes I give you guys favorite songs on here, then I go back and listen to the project, I'm like, shit, how did I not put that in there? This is very much, this happens a lot in the videos, okay? Like, I didn't mention Amari in that other one. Went back, listened to Amari, and I was like, what? Amari is one of the best songs on this project. How did I miss that? So you will have to forgive me if I don't mention your fave, and then 2 weeks later you see me on Twitter like going off about it. Anyway, child, my favorite songs: Lumberjack, Lemonhead, because of 42 Doug, Run It Up, because of Tizo Touchdown. Of course, all of these also because of Tyler the Creator, please. What's Your Name? Because of NBA Youngboy, Anti Dollar Sign. Sweet slash I Thought You Wanted to Dance because of the reggae. It was amazing. And Brent Faiyaz and Fana Hughes. The one with Lil Wayne, Hot Wind Blows. Really, really love that song. Finally, I'm gonna say Willshare. Willshare. I think is my favorite, one of my favorites on this project. Everything else is also really incredible, honestly. And I would say special mention for everything else. Except Manifesto. I'm gonna try to do this real quick. I don't know if there'll be time for it in the video. Thank you very much for watching Pal Reviews. I've had a great time reviewing this project. I hope you've had a great time in like watching it as well. Please definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, please, on your social media, on your Instagram, on your Twitter, on your TikTok, whatever. Just share the video. And like, I really also just enjoy chatting with people in the comments. I love that. So please definitely drop a comment. Let's go on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Otherwise, peace out, y'all. Be blessed. Be good. Mwah.